Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Wright Ace Attorney episode. Yeah, it has been a minute since I played. If you can't tell that I have been sick. That's why I have not uploaded anything, or streamed for that matter. I have the flu, or I had the flu. Keyword had, but I'm still suffering some symptoms of what's left. Still got a lot of snot and stuff. My throat's killing me. But you know what else? What else would be a better idea than to play a game that requires me to talk a lot? But I came stacked. I got like full water bottles right next to me, like in the corner of my TV stand. I got 4 of them waiting for me to be drank. Anyway, it's been a minute. Let's get into it. I can't even remember the last episode. Oh. Actually, I think we just got out of court, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, February 23rd, 11:56 a.m., District Courtroom, Defendant Lobby number 2. Mr. Wright, what? Are trials always like this with you? You're swimming up from the bottom of the lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you seem to paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today, we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. Pardon me, sorry. So this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Oh, is this the frickin', Jesse McCreed guy? It is. What was his name? Deputy Marshal? Yeah. They say you show a red cloth to a bull and it'll fire up its temper. What's that they told me That's what they told me when I was young, at least. Officer Marshall. Oh, I thought I'd come look to see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home range locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That's hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen the last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate worrying about other people? Comrade. You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing, you didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. No, I'm willing to bet this man's grilling potential could be through the roof. February 23rd, 12:23 p.m. I don't know why I was having a hard time reading that. District Court, courtroom. Oh, crap, I'm back in court. Oh, I wasn't ready. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, and I need to finish reading it. It can't be. This can't happen. Wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continue on with this trial. Prosecution doesn't seem ready, Your Honor. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite besides himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? And who Furby frack is this? What's with this guy? What's with this guy? Have I seen this guy before? I don't recognize him. Strange stuff he wore seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. How do you know that? You know what? I'm not going to question. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. Okay, now we're just playing the name pronoun. Are you gonna say something? Oh ho he he. Sorry I'm late, Edgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Edgy. How you been? Swimming much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy, snizzy, Izzy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Oh, why is this guy giving me, he's giving me flashbacks to freaking, what's his name? Red Wine? The giant purple dude. No, he wore pink, right? Freaking April May's boyfriend, whoever that was. Edgy seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. I'm very afraid. I'm gonna be honest, I thought that was the nickname for Edgeworth at first. Sorry, but who are you? Aha, so you're Wright, the attorney. I heard good things about you, son. Thanks? So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, Ed. You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? Mr. Wright? You all know the district chief of police? How do I... Yeah, that is an excellent question. How do I not know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Why is he so orange? Name's Grant. Damon Grant. Pleased to meet everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So the storm wasn't just seeing things. The crime occurred, this guy really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Oh, little Worthy's car, no less. What's that? It's quite really embarrassing, even for us. What's that? What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing. Objection! Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? What? Mr. Edgeworth? How could they easily miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Something tells me that this is all a persona, or an act by him. Look at this document. Where does it say persons in charge of investigations? There's no mistake, that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth. Damn, he's calling you lazy. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, you had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel, but you're the person in charge. I expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. enjoy it while you can. It's like finding a cold glass of water in a desert sand. Sand desert? You know what I mean. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of the knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it for me? I wonder. Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gravel anymore. You have 2 hands. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. I'm not controlling this, by the way. First of all, I want to look at the tag. SL... There's a small tag on the knife. It seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. What is it, DL6? DL6, the DL6 incident frame. But it's strange, huh? What is... I'm not certain, but I get the feeling that I've seen this somewhere before. Letters look like this, or letters that look a lot like this somehow. Yeah, weren't they doing like an evidence transferal or moving evidence? I wonder if this was used in another crime. Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at the knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain, blood. Switchblade knife found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler, small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutor and the police and this knife? Sure thing, not a problem, not even a little one, really. When his testimony, department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here, unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See what I meant? Police department? That's not... Wasn't it the prosecution's office? Because the body was stuffed in his car. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence. How's that coincidence? It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't talk. Wait, another detective was killed at the police department? Huh? Wait. What? There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Edgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a sec. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecution's office. What the hell is going on? Order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might have assumed. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. That's gotta be a connection. That's not a coincidence. And it's one is at the police department, the other's at the prosecution's office. Chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking. I like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Pardon me. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Cross-examination, department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say why here. Excuse me, special. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife in the same crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something, a muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. This knife was found on the scene of the crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine the knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links this knife to I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. Should probably press, presenting the piece of evidence that's all that's had me stuck all this time. So how are things down at the department? Let me look at my evidence. Let me re-examine the knife, actually. Wait, what piece of evidence would be? So, I don't know about the knife. I know, I remember going over the shoe picture. Phone. We have a written language in the first place, true. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID. You bad See? Wouldn't that be better? Yeah, but dabba. Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point, Tiki. Doesn't take much to amuse her. 6, 7, 5, 12, 2. Could this have any correlation with the knife? 6-7512-2. Maybe if I look at it a certain way. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to be? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6. Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court records again. Okay. I don't know. That was a bad day for the police, for the department. We weren't in any shape of investigation. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes. They're right out my boy sharp and hungry. So something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why were you informed? Well, why did you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy with what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? The detective was killed at the police department. See what else? Who was it? Don't tell me it was Dick Gumshoe. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecution parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising. Surprising, isn't it, UG? I'm at a loss for words. And that perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. We know the victim died at... Actually, no. He said it happened at 5:15. Well, I'm gonna assume... How was the victim killed? Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. How is that interesting? A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? He's gonna say, oh, I can't say you. There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence. 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecution's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecution's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Grant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this case. It's to this here case, so I can't talk about it. We've been talking about it already. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand? Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove a connection, there's a connection with your power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. One was at a police station, the other was at the prosecution's office. Whoever this is, I better get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecution's office, the other at the police department. This can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. This knife is special, but I can't say how here unless there's... I don't know what to present. It's not officially linked here, so I can't talk about it. I think I need to present the knife in that last part and say how. So we'll talk much about it. Present. Alright, I have no. I don't think this is gonna work, but 3, 2, 1. Objection! The music's playing, but that, yeah. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Time of the crime is 5:15. Wait a minute. I don't know why I was caught looking at the parking stuff. Maybe because it's so weird. But look at the dates. It's 1712, which is 5:12 p.m. Underneath that, it says 0221. Victim's memo. 12-2. What if this was written upside down or backwards? Meaning, I gotta. Wait. Currently standing upside down. Standing up. Look at my head turned upside down. SL6. SL9, actually, excuse me. SL9. That just caused almost a whole bunch of snot to drip out of my foot. No, I should not be doing that. Wasn't that the thing on the... Excuse me, golly. It is. Okay. Oh, I think I got the connection. I don't know where to present it though. Save game. This is a bad day for the department. Department C. Do I say links? Oh, I did not mean to press it. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Objection! I figured out what that note is about. I just don't know where to use it. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between the knife and Goodman. The knife was found on the scene of the crime. I think it makes it connected to this case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on in the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, right? There's something about the knife that gives a clue. I think it's the pieces. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. Okay, but where do I present it at? On that same day, the detective was killed at the prosecution's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Yuji? I'm at a loss for words. And that perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. Sorry. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. Oh wait, can I actually answer? Oh, I can do this again. Okay. How's the victim killed? We did that. How's the victim found? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Righto? Yeah, I would. I was tased in the evidence room. Can't say I've heard of it. I guess I should ask again once I've learned a bit more about this evidence room. There's something stranger about this than where the body was found. When the victim died. So when did the murder at the police station occur? Now that's a sharp question, Righto. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Why is the music kicking in? Oh. 5:15. That's when Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecution's office. What? Funny, isn't it? Murder at the prosecution place and the murder at a very place at the same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is my gut feeling. Chief Grant, please tell us more about the incident. Were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecution's office, and the other, and one at the police department. That can't be coincidence. That knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. Do I check the knife out again? We've already gone over the tag. unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. Farmer, you got a good look in your eye there. Right on, my boy, sharp hungry. You better understand you're busy. Well, what happens? What happened at the police department that day? The detective was killed at the police department. This knife was found at the scene of the crime. I think it makes it connected to the case, don't you see? There's lots of things that go into this, but I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Maybe there's something about the knife that'll give us a clue. Maybe I should examine the thing again. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of something like DL6. Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this case, to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. I have no idea. I don't want to go through and play the guessing game, because that's just boring. Because I actually want to try to think and figure this out. Death due to loss of blood. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half at 4 p.m. Never mind, it's nothing. The victim died at 5:15. How was the victim killed? Where was the victim found? Evidence room. Let me go over this one. How was he killed? No, that's not sure. What we of course call a stabbing with a knife. A knife? knife. That's exactly the same as Goodman. That's the spirit we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Seems like I'm gonna have to press this a bit harder.
Hold it!
5. Tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked here, so this doesn't talk much about it. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto, you understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove that there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecution's office, and the other at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. I have no idea what to do. Once I present the knife right here.
Objection! Objection!
Hey, I think I got it. Hang on. I think I just realized what it was. Load. Sorry. Is it the tag?
Objection!
Got it! Wait a second. At least an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to do with Detective Goodman. Excuse me. What do you mean? Ah ha ha ha. An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from Edgy? This is great. Look at the tag on the knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was written that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo. Oh, excuse me, sorry. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But if you turn it around, what do you get? Ah ha ha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper down upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that is night tag. So I was right about that connection. Order. Well, Chief. Well, I guess the cat's out the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the police department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape. That's all I got? So this knife was stolen. Yes, but it was evidence, you say? Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Detective was killed at the police department. What a mess. Time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence. It's not officially linked. to this, so I can't talk about it. I gotta. What? Did I not make the connection? Oh my god. What am I what? So sniper was stolen, yes, but it was murder. There was evidence you say it was in fact a murder weapon. Nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So the sniper was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department of investigation. Something happened in the police department. You got a good look in your eyes, boy. There, right on my boy, sharp, hungry. So something did happen. Why wasn't I? You weren't informed. Well, you didn't ask. No matter, I understand you were busy with what the case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Detective. See, what a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect, just arrested them in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you can help, Righto. Suppose I could help. Oh wait, maybe I can ask about the... Maybe I can find more about the evidence room now. So you tell me the victim was found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room of the police department. The evidence room. Wait a second. I've heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? Was evidence in the case, it was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy. Happy we just handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Grant to testify about the details. It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't talk much about it. What? Did we not just make the connection? Chief, the defense position is simply this. The connection between... Oh, I just had to hold it. Oh, wow. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. Connection is the place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of the knife on the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed, there do seems to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deducted right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet. And all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? That was too easy. Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Or if it's gumshoe, two detectives work out. But that's it! I fast forward too much. I thought he was gonna say, like, you know, the victim was a 7 foot tall, black guy. Don't you kill a Neil back in '86? I don't know. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim. Press. If you're you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. I could get the... Why would the gender division ID number? Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who that is, who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. Keep it tight little ID number so they don't... Tight lid on ID numbers so they don't go getting your hopes up. Number is 584-2189. I feel like I need to write that down. 584-2189. Well, that's quite long, and we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. The ID number of the victim, 584. Wait, what? 584. Okay, I need to read this off like 4 times to make sure it's right. 584-2189, 2189. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think, meaning it has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
Take that!
Take that! Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. Oh, okay, Judge. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. Police Department, the prosecution's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, ho, is that yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means, what exactly? Huh? Wait, that's the ID numbers we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of police gave us was 58421.
Objection!
Wait a sec, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, ho, ho, sharp as a tack, Righto, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at that exact time. That's impossible. So, what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time in a completely different location. Maybe identical to that. Order. Chief,
Objection!
No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. You get all flustered. Sorry, I'm trying to take some medicine. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. I don't like that smile. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you the news. Oh, poor Meekins. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Excuse me, but is Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me, he said the report had nothing to do with the Milan of Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department's evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Uh-oh, Edgeworth me. Stop me. What? Your officer tell me. Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making that connection. He did seem challenged. Wow, that's just mean. In any case, this is a serious error of a gross negligence of duty.
Objection!
But sir, you could have submitted the report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Are you gonna say something? No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was that second rule of law? Mr. Wright? Well, it's, Rule 2, unrestricted evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And this is, how is this rule relevant? Normally you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before trial. This report wasn't on that list. So what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No. I like Edgeworth a lot more than when I first met him, but Edgeworth kind of like overreacting. Seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It's the last thing I do. Better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies. Oh, I couldn't support Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. This is the same court where a murder took place 15 years ago. I don't want to hear it. I'll bear one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that suffice, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. February 23rd, 2:15, Wright and Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright, so, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? Victim Bruce Goodman was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecution's parking lot in the police department's evidence room. And the evidence room part, the prosecution's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to try to find out. Alright, let's do it. I'm glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright, huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Poor Edgeworth's car. No, I don't really think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed there in the evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at a crime scene, never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whatever the blood on the floor, or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Hey. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? The situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. You're telling me they didn't use that? So if I'm not mistaken, luminol testing fluid is what they use to like for example, you use a knife to stab someone and then you wash it. Even let's say you washed it with like Dawn's dishwashing liquid, you know, that top grade stuff, right? And it looks sparkling clean. It looks brand new. Aluminum or aluminoy, I've heard it be called both ways. Can be sprayed on stuff, and then they use I think it's a black light, and it will actually pick up traces of blood. It's almost nearly impossible to get blood out of off or out of something. Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still here. Wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. You're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You have an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Then press the A button to spray it on. Okay, let's find out some bloodstains. Can I spray this on you? I was hoping to go over here. Let's see. Oh. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a blood stain. It's so, Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigations in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain, but doesn't that strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount of blood? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, then there has to be more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm going to mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yes, and this stuff, pretty handy too. I save up my allowance to buy that. How come you haven't just made some? I feel like you could. You're a smart individual. You're a smart girl. You can make it. Solution used for scientific investigation. Find the blood traces. Spray to use. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. And let's drag out that hidden evidence into the light of day. Yeah. Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give the spray on anything suspicious. Ha! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star. You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of leaf doesn't really get my mouth watering. Today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from the security room right there. I was afraid that I wouldn't sound convincing enough. You see, I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry. You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. I mean, you did commit perjury. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. Chief Prosecutor Sky stabbed a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. Swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. I would cough a lot of things on them. Stop. Coughed it up. They confessed. They blabbled like babies. Gaga. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt that. You know who else says that? Or who else has a very similar phrase about being an angel to some, but demons to others? Well, if you didn't get that reference, then I'm disappointed in you. But anyway, that's what he says, right? I'm an angel to some, a demon to others, or am I a demon to some and an angel to others? Something like that. I was making a reference to Pinhead, by the way. Anyway, every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. Before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from their lunches, and you were let go or fired. I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator, and these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go. I'd still be one today. Why would the prosecution have any control over who became a detective or not? All because of that case, the SL9 incident. Oh god, not. First DL6, now SL9. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? The SL9 incident? It's written on that knife. And on that note, Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. I did not. Really? That knife was evidence from the case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Or not? I guess I'll just leave. I'm willing to see, I can't wait to see Edgeworth in a just fringe of panic. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, Office Room 1202. Or Office Room 1202. Well, this place is classy as today as it was yesterday, and I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. Guess we have to come back. Looks like this guy is in questioning. I hope that detectives aren't yelling at me. How'd you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How is she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Grant say they arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. February 23rd, Police Station, Criminals Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecution's lot. How the hell does that happen? Ugh, makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. Don't quit your daytime job. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us much either. Not even Gumshoe? February 23rd, Police Department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. Suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got it at the front desk. Ah, here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Oh, real crime scene. Let's go take a look. I gotta go to the guard station for... Oh, no. I know this is Marshall's room. February 23rd, evidence room entrance guard station. What's with the decor in this place? It's very aesthetic. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime. I'm sure it sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? Those cacti. They're so prickly. So imposing, it's hard to think straight. You can't handle the cacti. Stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if the guard station... If this is guard station, where's the guard? I'm waiting for that music to kick in. I have a feeling I know who he is already. I mean... Man's got some open whiskey. Bro, this setup's make me so nervous. Wait, why is that blocked off? You know, we'll get to that in a minute. But... Bro, literally, one knock of... If you barely bump into this desk, all those cameras are going haywire. But why is this blocked off? The swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon, but it looks like it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went through it here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yarg myself. That sounds more piratey than anything. Look at the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. I can't say I blame her, considering everything in here. Evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it would be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Can't we just use the car? Can't we just use the key card and just like swipe our way in? No? Okay, screw me then. Computer. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Cowboy hat. Yippee, or yipes. These sure are prickly. They must be a real deal. I would think it's just one big one would be suffocated. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction, just like her. I'm not sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging there. That's the security guard uniform? That just looks like... I don't know. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. Leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that thing called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? Oh, I know. A poochie. Wait. Maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho. But I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Look at freaking Phoenix Wright gatekeeping information. knife, and then no, Goodman. Goodman was the head defensive of that cage. Really? Knife was evidence in that. It was due for transfer. Dave was killed. I feel like I'm supposed to talk to her, but she's not responding. Wait, how do I use the spray bottle? Solution used for scientific investigations, find blood spray to use. That's a red. That's about as red as sports cars can get. Yep, it's pretty red, alright. Blood was found in an extra car trunk. And the lock on the trunk was broken too. Question is, why did this guy choose his car? So, what model car is it? I think it's called a sedan or a coupe. Those are car types, Mr. Wright? Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. It was about time I got my driver's license. Oh yeah, Phoenix can't drive. Loser. Imagine not being license. Did they ever fix this phone? Here, phone, let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she talking about? Hey, what did you just say? See? You can hear just fine. The phone is very That's okay, don't cry. That Lana Strong must be one strong woman. I keep I'm trying to press A to slide. Thank you. I thought I saw it turn yellow. I don't know why I was pressing A to slide. That's where we found the notes. DL6 here, SL9, the case that was used to transfer the day of the murder, and the victim and charges found the victim. I wonder what kind of case this SL9 thing was. It's kind of hard to guess without just knowing the case number. I have no idea what that noise was. I heard like a loud cracking sound. guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys have a good night. Hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. Good night, everyone.